So today I decided to discuss my life as a student at vocational dance school in the UK. As I mentioned in my first and only video on this channel, I board full-time to vocational dance school in the UK, which means I dance every day. So I started ballet when I was 3 years old, doing baby ballet, which wasn't really ballet, it was more like sitting on the floor and pointing your toes a lot. The only thing I actually remember from doing those classes were the day that we had to go in dressed up as Disney princesses, and I went as Belle, but I went as Belle in her winter costume, so I don't think anybody really knew who I was. I then moved to a slightly bigger dance school when I was 4 and started doing the RAD grades. I did pre-primary, primary and then grades 1 to I think 5. And now I'm doing my vocational grades, which go from Inter Foundation to the Solo Seal. I'm currently doing Advanced 1 and I should be taking my exam in the winter, but we'll see how that goes. But enough about that, because I hate it with a passion if I'm honest. RAD is the worst class of the week, so let's move on to another topic. Dancing at school is interesting. I actually started going to my current school in year 9, which is 8th grade in America, I think. Because of this, I find lots of things that we do at school quite strange, where none of my friends do because they've been there for forever. Like when we go straight from maths into a studio, or when I have to eat even quicker than I usually do because I have to do my hair in 45 minutes and we only have 45 minutes to do lunch, and then we dance for 4 hours every day usually. However, it can vary. If you take GCSE dance, which I don't, that's an extra 3 hours a week of dance. And then you could be doing 5 hours a day instead of 4. But for example, on a Friday, we only have 2 hours usually, because we have enrichment instead of dance classes in the afternoon. Although during summer or winter, we can occasionally substitute enrichment with rehearsal for the summer show or for the sharing of work. We also have 2 big competitions in autumn and in Easter. They are the solos competition in autumn, which I am minorly terrified for. This competition is compulsory for everyone, I think between year 11 and 6-3. And the second is the choreo competition at Easter time. And this year I will be entering a duet based on the myth of Pandora and the aftermath. So maybe I'll record that and put it up here, but it's not likely. As far as I know, almost every single vocational school has these competitions, so we aren't exactly creative in that sense. I actually said this in my first video, and only video. I will have to audition for new schools this year because sixth form and lower school tends to be kind of separate in the dance world. You tend to consider lower school years 7 to 9 in the normal world and years 11 and up to be upper school. However, at a dance school you consider anything that's not sixth form to be the lower school and anything that is sixth form to be the upper school. And that includes the grad year as well. I have obviously auditioned for schools before, or maybe not obviously if you aren't in the dance world. The first time I ever auditioned, it was for, I think, English youth ballet, and I remember being terrified the entire time, and I didn't get it, but I really wasn't that bothered because it was so scary at the time. The next big set of auditions I did were for associate programmes across the country, one for Royal Ballet and one for Elmhurst. The first proper rejection that I got in a proper letter was from the Royal Ballet Associates, which in hindsight I'm actually quite glad for, because now that I know everything that they had to do, it sounds very stressful. The next round of auditions that I did was for lower school. I did get a place at Elmhurst Associates and I was incredibly happy about that, and I enjoyed my time there a lot. and I managed to get 0 offers. Despite this, I decided I needed to make myself suffer more and then auditioned the next year, and again got 0 offers. And finally, a beautiful opportunity rose from the murky depths. Basically, the school that I really wanted to get into put on extra auditions that year, and on a whim, me and my mum were like, sure, let's try that. And then I got the place. They actually put on these auditions for MDS students as well, because they needed to use it up, otherwise they don't get as many as they did in the next year. So I automatically got an MDS as well, which is fabulous. For those of you who don't know, an MDS is, I think, a music and dance scholarship, but for a while I thought it was a major dance scholarship. My MDS covers for half of my tuition, I think, or a bit more, I'm not really sure. But then I also get £600 towards uniform. So my MDS covers a certain percentage of my tuition, and I also get an allowance towards uniform and other dance stuff. So my MDS covers a certain percentage of my tuition fees, and then I also get a certain amount towards dance stuff, which I can then claim back. This is actually meant for uniform and stuff, but once you've gotten to the end of the year, if you still have some money, then you can just sort of buy whatever. So I bought the Gainerminden rucksack, which I've been wanting for as long as it's been alive. It's mine now. So I finally got a yes from the school, and then 3 years later I'm auditioning for even more. This time though I will be auditioning for a lot more schools, so I hope that increases my chance maybe. It also definitely helps that I've been to a vocational school, because there are lots of people to choose from and they're all exceptional. So I think going to a vocational school probably helps whittle it down a little bit. But it would be nice to get a few more yeses. And I think that might be it. I might do another video on boarding at my school, because that's a whole topic in itself. So look forward to that, or don't, if you didn't like the idea of that. Apparently I forgot to say like the like button. Like the like button? Tap the like button in my last video, but to be honest I kind of hate it when YouTubers do that. So we're just gonna steer clear of that. I hope you have a lovely day or a lovely night, depending on wherever you are in the world. Bye!